Hello, friends, and welcome to Adventures in Pixieland. My name is Amy. I am an ordained minister, and we are in Bible study. We are in the NIV, and we will be through 2025. You should check out the Facebook page. There are proverbs up there from 2024 that are all KJV, the proverbs that are going to be posted in 2025, and eventually there will be videos posted here that will also be shared on that Facebook page that does a comparison between the two. We're just not quite there yet. We're gathering the data. We still have to do the analysis. In this video, we are in Genesis chapter 19, and we are doing verses 1 through 38. So let's jump in. Sodom and Gomorrah destroyed. Now, in the previous chapter, Abraham talked God down from if there are 50 good people, so if there are 10 good people, he won't destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. But Sodom and Gomorrah has a terrible reputation. And God sent angels there to judge. He sent angels first to Abraham, and then they were in communion there in speaking with the Lord too. And also we learned it doesn't make any sense to try to lie to God. He can see anyway, and it doesn't go good for you. So don't do that. Also, don't get impatient, or you create problems. Sodom and Gomorrah destroyed. Chapter 19, verse 1. The two angels arrived at Sodom in the evening, and Lot was sitting in the gateway of the city. When he saw them, he got up to meet them and bowed down with his face to the ground. "My lords," he said, "please turn aside to your servant's house. You can wash your feet and spend the night and then go on your way early in the morning." He does not want them roaming around the city. He's like, "Oh, visitors, they can't see you. Get in here right now, because if they see you, oh boy, this is not good." Right? "No," they answered. "We will spend the night in the square." But he insisted so strongly that they did go with him and enter his house. He prepared a meal for them, baking bread without yeast, and they ate. Before they had gone to bed, all the men from every part of Sodom, both young and old, surrounded the house. They called to Lot, "Where are the men who came to you tonight? Bring them out to us so we can have sex with them." So they want to rape them, the strangers. Lot went outside to meet them and shut the door behind him and said, "No, my friends, don't do this wicked thing. Look, I have 2 daughters who have never slept with a man. Let me bring them out, and you can do whatever you like with them. But don't do anything with these men, for they have come under the protection of my roof." Now that is also not cool. If you know these guys are terrible, don't throw your daughters to them. Like, what is that? That's not good. "Get out of the way," they replied. And they said, "This fellow came here as an alien, and now he wants to play judge. We'll treat you worse than that." They kept bringing pressure on Lot and moved forward to break down the door. But the men reached out and pulled Lot back into the house and shut the door. Then they struck the men who were at the door of the house, young and old, with blindness. So they could not find the door. You can't really mess with the angels of God. So, the 2 men said to Lot, "Do you have anyone else here? Sons-in-law, sons or daughters, anyone else in the city who belongs to you? Get them out of here, because we are going to destroy this place. The outcry against the Lord is so great that he sent us to destroy it." So Lot went out and spoke with his sons-in-law, who were pledged to marry were married to his daughters. He said, "Hurry and get out of this place, because the Lord is about to destroy the city." But his sons-in-law thought he was joking. With the coming of the dawn, the angels urged Lot, "Hurry, take your wife and your 2 daughters who are here, or you will be swept away when this city is punished." When he hesitated, the men grasped his hand and the hand of his wife and his 2 daughters and led them safely out of the city for the Lord was merciful to them. As soon as they had brought them out, one of them said, "Flee for your lives. Don't look back, and don't stop anywhere in the plain. Flee to the mountain, or you will be swept away." But Lot said to them, "No, my lords. No, Lord," or "No, my Lord," because it's different. "No, Lord," or "No, my Lord," or "No, my lords," because there are two of them. "Please, your," Hebrew is singular, "your servant has found favor in your eyes." Okay. "And you have been and you have shown such kindness to me in sparing my life, but I can't flee to the mountains. This disaster will overtake me. I'll die. Like, I can't get up to the mountains. I appreciate what you're doing, but I can't get up there. Look, here is a town, and near enough to run to it, and it is small. Let me flee to it. It is very small, isn't it? Then my life will be spared." He said to him, "Very well, I will grant you this request too. I will not overthrow the town you speak of, but flee there quickly, because I cannot do anything until you reach it." This is why the town was called Zohor, sea, meaning small. By the time Lot reached Zohor, the sun had risen over the land. Then the Lord rained down burning sulfur on Sodom and Gomorrah from the Lord out of the heavens. Thus he overthrew those cities and the entire plain, including all those living in the cities, but also the vegetation in the land. But Lot's wife looked back, and she became a pillar of salt. Early the next morning, Abraham got up and returned to the place where he stood before the Lord. He looked down toward Sodom and Gomorrah, toward the land of the plain, and he saw dense smoke rising from the land, like a smoke from a furnace. So when God destroyed Sodom, the cities in the plain, he remembered Abraham, and he brought Lot out of the catastrophe that overthrew the cities where Lot lived. Because you remember that Lot was Abraham's nephew, who was over in that way. Abraham had to go save Lot at one point. Now, we're in the next part of this, we're at verse 30. Lot and his daughters. Lot and his two daughters left Zohor and settled in the mountains, for he was afraid to stay in Zohor. He and his two daughters lived in a cave. One day the older daughter said to the younger, "Our father is old, and there is no man around here to lie with us." This is a terrible thing, as is the custom all over the world. "Let's get our father to drink wine and then lie with him and preserve our family line through our father." Then that night they got their father to drink wine, and the older daughter went in and lay with him. He was not aware of this when she lay down or when she got up. The next day the older daughter said to the younger, "Last night I lay with my father. Let's get him to drink again wine tonight, so you can go in and lie with him and preserve our family line through your father. You can share this trauma with me." How delightful. So they got their father to drink wine that night also, and the younger daughter went and lay with him. Again, he was not aware of it, and when she lay down or when she got up. So Lot's daughters became pregnant by their father. Wow. The older daughter had a son, and she named him Moab. D. Moab sounds like Hebrew from father. He is the father of the Moabites today, which Ruth was one of. So Jesus is also related to Lot then. The younger daughter also had a son and named him Ben-Ami. Ben-Ami. I like that. Ben-Ami also means son of my people. And he is the father of the Ammonites of today. I do believe that the mother of Solomon was an Ammonite, but I could be wrong. She could have been, no, she was a Hittite. That's what it was. She was a Hittite. So not the Ammonites. But that would still be Jesus' cousins, right? So there's that. Interesting. Told you, it's all one big family feud. All this stuff. Because there are always consequences to actions. And, before you do things that are really big and important, you should probably ask God and then wait for him to answer you.